Hi, it's Susie from Pink Diamond Guide, just stopping by to do another energy update for twins in separation. And these readings really are specifically for, I'm reading from the aspect of the divine feminine because they are the ones that I talk to the most, and looking to see what's going on in this particular ascension cycle for those who are in separation and really not having any contact or very little contact. So if you're already moving towards union or you've hit there, this is probably not going to resonate with you. This is really for people who are struggling. You're feeling the pain and you're looking for some answers to help you get through what's been a really tough cycle. Hopefully this is the reading for you. Hopefully this resonates and gives you a little bit of hope, a little bit of insight. How we're going to do this is we're going to ask a few specific questions of the divine today. And I've got my twin flame here, Ricky. He's going to draw some cards for the divine masculine, and we're going to have a look from the divine masculine point of view and see if we can get a bit of a full picture of what's going on. Now, energy is influencing twins right now. We do have the Sirius gateways. I think it's open probably till tomorrow, which is going to be great for meditation and download. So you're probably receiving lots of information right now. But also I want to look and see how Mercury moving into Cancer is going to affect the potential for conversations. So Mercury is the planet of conversation. It's very chatty, and Cancer is a sign of caring and nurture and tenderness and mothering. It's, to have those two signs come together, you tend to think it would open a doorway, especially with the gateway open as well, for conversations for twins. So let's see how that's affecting you first, divine feminine, and then we'll get Ricky to draw some cards for the divine masculine. And we've got a couple of questions we want to specifically ask too. We've been talking to some twins, and one of the big questions has been, are the masculines moving through ascension, and are they feeling the pain as much as the feminines do? Why do the feminines feel it more than the masculines? So we're going to work through a few of those questions too. So let's get into it. Here we go. What have we got for you, divine feminine? First up, we've got the Eight of Wands. See, that's what I'm talking about. Communication. It feels like it's underway, like the doorway is open. Look at that, Eight of Wands. We've got the Hangman in the Soul. Is that looking a bit crooked? Sorry, guys. Let's go so it's a bit straighter. We've got Hangman in the Soul space. What have we got in our challenge? We've got the Page of Wands. We've got the High Priestess, and we've got the Eight of Cups. Wow, that's an interesting read for you, divine feminine. Oh, and look what we've got coming up from the bottom of the deck. We've got Temperance, we've got the King of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, and the Death card, and the Six of Wands, the Hierophant. That's a good read. I don't want to go any more than six cards deep from the bottom of the deck. But really what this does is it sets the tone for what's coming at you. What is the universe trying to achieve for you right now, divine feminine? And look at this, the Hierophant. So we look at the Hierophant as, a couple of different ways. He can be really a level of spiritual wisdom, or he can actually be moving to higher levels of commitment. So if we're looking at this as an ascension journey, wholly and solely, because that's what we're focusing on, divine feminine, is getting ourselves moving forward and trusting that our masculines are doing their work as well to bring themselves into higher levels of commitment on this ascension journey. But it can also be priest and marriage and higher commitments in relationships as well. So to me, the push feels towards bringing these unions into higher commitment by getting you on your path, your ascension. See the stairs there? Look, higher wisdom with the Hierophant. But look, see the stairs in front? Spirit really does want to push you onto the path where you're climbing up. And look, here's how I'm seeing it. Look, see the stairs right in front of you, divine feminine? Look right behind there. There's another set of stairs. Perhaps those ones are for your divine masculine. We'll dig a little deeper and see. But this really does feel to me like higher levels of commitment and ascension. And look at this, succeeding. The Six of Wands, that is a flat-out victory card, getting you onto, this is a tick-attack parade. As you start to make your ascension pathway, Spirit is cheering you on, the collective is cheering you on, and then on top of that, you're going to have the whole damn planet cheering you on, because this is mission. This is lifting the vibration of the planet, moving up that path of ascension, and Spirit wants you to succeed. Here we go, line in the sand. So this is what I'm seeing this a lot, Divine Feminine, that you are drawing these lines in the sand and refusing to dwell in anything that is holding you back right now. So you don't want to wallow in self-pity, and you don't want to be stuck obsessing about what they're doing, where they're going, are they with a karmic, are they with whatever it is that's holding them back. You're sick of sitting there just stewing about it. And this is line in the sand stuff. The universe wants to set the tone for you to be fully focused on your ascension, because this is what gets you. This is what gets you what you want at the end of the day, is taking those steps toward ascension. Here's yours, here's his, but you can't see him, what he's doing. Look, you can only see the ascension. He's not in the picture. You are ready to move up that path. And look, success. You're gonna do this. And here, line in the sand. You're not gonna wallow in what's in the pain. That's the kicker for this one. What have we got here? Four of Pentacles, pulling all your resources towards you. So when we talk about, to me, this is healthy selfish. This is bringing the things towards you that you need to do. You're going, I'm done with the wallow. I'm done with the pain. I do not want to suffer. I'm going to bring towards me everything that I need for my ascension, right? So what do you need to do? Do you have friends, family, support, work, things that make you happy? Ways to learn about how to raise your vibration. Are you reaching out to the collective? Are you having conversations that are supporting you? Bringing your resources towards you under the energy of the Four of Pentacles is not just gathering money. It's gathering everything that you need to move forward in life. And you right now, Divine Feminine, is pulling towards you everything that you need as a spiritual, emotional, financial, every resource that's coming towards you right now. The universe is lining you up to draw that towards you. What do we got next? We've got the King of Pentacles. Draw the resources. You've got everything you need to get on mission. King of Pentacles, he's a man about business, getting down to business, doing what needs to be done. And I like that he comes through with the energy of Temperance. This was at the very top of the bottom of the deck. So setting the room is going about what needs to be done and bringing, I can look at it this way when I'm reading it, is bringing everything you need in your 3D world into alignment and everything in your 5D world into alignment, and doing them both with moderation. So it's looking at other people's perspectives when you're going about your daily life. It's not just going this is healthy selfish, but this is doing it with moderation. So it's going, what do I need to bring to the table to make my day feel balanced? So if you're spending way too much time in the 5D realm, only worrying about what's going on in that soul space, or you're only distracting yourself with what's going on in the 3D space, then you're going to be out of balance. So what we need to do is put ourselves sometimes a little bit outside of ourselves and go thinking about, when I say thinking about putting yourself in someone else's shoes, it's really getting out of your head and going, what do I need to get through this day in a healthy, balanced way, and not just get stuck in your problems. Consider who's around you. Ask them how they're going. Walk a mile outside of your problems so that we can have some level of balance in the way that we go about our business and the way that we're drawing resources together. Find a way to find some gratitude in your day as well. This is how we start to bring the energy of temperance and balance and moderation. Considering other people, not getting just stuck in our own problems, and balancing our 3D and our 5D energy helps bring this balance of this energy of temperance to the fore. And the universe really wants this for you now. They don't want you stuck in pain, just having to live in the suffering in a day-to-day way. So that's the push from the universe on the bottom of the deck. What are they particularly playing against you? And my question was, how is Mercury in Cancer going to affect our Divine Feminines? And look at this, fast-paced action. We can consider this as communication. This might even begin to represent the beginning of connection. And we'll dig a little deeper because we do still have some slow energy cards happening here, and some suggestion that it might take a minute to get going. But essentially, look at these wands in the air. That is fast-paced communication. So It can represent as contact on the internet. It can maybe you get a like on a post on the internet. It could represent something as significant as a message. But look at this. If you go, here's the Ace of Wands. How are you showing up? You're ready for a fresh new start, new passions. And here comes all of this communication flying through the air. But it comes on the back of balance and not getting focused, waiting for it. So I give this message with an air of caution, not to get you fixated on waiting for the message, but really just the channel open. The channel is wide open for messages to come through at this point, or for new passions to stir. We do though have in, and this is why sort of I give this message as, with a bit of a cautionary tale. The energy is set for this to happen, but whether it will or not, we need to dig a little deeper. I can't read on the free will of your person. How this energy pushes against them is, we'll dig a little deeper and find out. But what this is saying is that the universe's push with Mercury in Cancer and the Stargate wide open is for you to have fast-paced communication, and to set the stage for fresh new starts in passion. So why do we have this Hangman in our soul? What is this? There's a bit of an energy that's floating around with Divine Feminine that feels like, even though, and this could be sort of like a transitionary stage too, which happens when runner chaser phases change and you go through surrender and then you get chaser runners, and Divine Feminine in her soul space actually doesn't really know what she wants. So even though the stage starts to get set for communication to come forward, the soul space is saying no. Now, to truly manifest union, all of these spaces need to align. And what you've also got in the challenge position, if this is what wants to birth, in the challenge position, it's still an undebaked offer. See this? The Page of Wands still is somebody, like, if this communication comes in thick and fast, the Page of Wands is not the fully baked offer. And it's wands, it's passion energy. So this says to me that there's still some resistance here in your soul space. There's still some work to do. Like we said, that Ascension is set with the Hierophant there. So your soul space still has a little bit of work to do. So if your soul space isn't aligned, then union won't manifest. And if in this challenge position, we really do have this energy of struggling to make the new start, or struggling for passion to come forward, the advice from Spirit is a pretty powerful one. When you look that through down here, we did have that Hierophant come through. So you do have the Hierophant as the push from the universe, and the advice from Spirit is the High Priestess. Now the High Priestess, she's the gatekeeper for the 3D and the 5D worlds. And again, look what's behind. Here she is, and there's the stairway, which I'm sort of relating through to Ascension. So I would really be leaning on any kind of meditation that you're doing right now, particularly with the Sirius gate open, and with Mercury in Cancer. Like, communication can come through from the other realm. Like, it might be that these messages come through and the High Priestess is the gatekeeper, and that could well be why the challenge is to bring this into the 3D realm. But to me, it feels like there might, for some twins, not all, everybody's in waves and everybody's in different spaces, but you should be receiving some kind of message of some description over the next few days. I would say over the next week. And as Mercury's in Cancer, there should be some level of message of hope, or some level of tenderness, and it should be, there's some chattiness to it. Look at this coming through thick and fast. But having this as in your advice space, it means that the 3D world and the 5D world are going to be communicating. So you might be receiving messages telepathically, and you don't recognize that the messages are coming from your twin through telepathy, via you using these Ascension gateways to receive them. So you might get them really clear, really, it could even be lucid dreaming. My advice under that energy would be to really keep a journal handy, and anything that's coming through to you, start to put the pieces together as a bit of a puzzle, to really understand what Spirit's trying to say. The advice from Spirit is you are going to receive messages 3D to 5D. The High Priestess is the gatekeeper, The question is, are you going to receive them? Are you ready to hear what Spirit's got to say? Or even if it comes through in the 5D, how are you going to, if it comes through in the 3D, beg your pardon, how will you process it with your 5D space? Because you want to put a bit of a pause on Elton Soul Space with the Hangman. So there's still a few questions to ask here on what communication looks like. But what I love is the potential outcome, Divine Feminine. You've got the Eight of Cups, and this is, again, strong energy for ascension. Look, another staircase leading upwards past all of these cups of pain that you've been through, and behind here is a representation of the sun. So this path past all of the 8 cups of pain into joy, into abundance, into feeling much better about yourself and your process of ascension here. So the 8 of Cups as a likely outcome feels really super positive to me. So summing that up, Divine Feminines, I see this card definitely when we're asking Mercury in Cancer, will it lead to communication? For some, and I can't read for all in this scenario, and definitely we cannot account for free will of all of the Divine Masculines, but the potential, the gateway is open for communication. If not in 3D, look for it to be in the 5D and be prepared to take notes. Write down what's coming through to you, because ascension is really highly indicated under these energies. Okay, so that's it. That's your message, Divine Feminine. I'll get Ricky to give me some cards now, and we're going to have a bit of a look at what's going on for Divine Masculine with a particular focus on the question, are they going through as difficult a process as Divine Feminine is in the ascension journey? Oh, straight up, I want to say yes, they are. Their first card in their push from Spirit has got them in a bit of niggly energy. And 5 of Wands is a bit of wishy-washy energy for me, but it is one of frustration. It is one of struggling to come to terms with ideals. So if we're asking specifically, is the Divine Masculine having a fun time of everything they're going through? I'm going to say no. This card is a card of frustration and aggression, and it's a little bit wishy-washy. Divine Masculine didn't always have fun with the process, no. Did they?
Not at all.
Okay, and look at this. How are they showing up in their world? Look at this. We've got the 3 of Swords. Look at these as a combo. So this is the push from the universe, and this is how they're showing up in the world. So perhaps Divine Masculine could be going through some level of a breakup, some level of disconnecting with whatever. And when I say third-party energies, third-party can be that they choose to be away from you. The thing that keeps them away could be work, could be family, could be a karmic relationship, it could be children, it could be any number of things that is the reason that they're choosing to stay away or that they're choosing to run. But what this is suggesting is that there's something not fun playing out, and that specifically was our question. Is the process as difficult for Divine Masculine as it is for Divine Feminine? And that to me is a resounding yes, it is. This card could not play out with more pain, hurt. So look at those 3 swords through that heart. They're not having fun, Divine Feminine. What else have you got for me, Ricky? Ooh, 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 ooh. I like that. In the soul space. Look at these for a combo. If this is you, Divine Feminine, and we're going, you're taking a bit of a pause, guess what? Look who's in it. Look, the Empress. And I always refer to the Divine Feminine as the Empress, because this is kind of what you're ascending to, isn't it? Like if you really do the work, the Empress has mastery over, you know, the universe. She has mastery over Mother Earth. She has all this feminine, nurturing energy. And look at this complete circle that she carries with her. She's very mystical, very magical, very in charge of the scenario. And look what's landing in his soul space. Like, seriously, the Empress in the soul space. And look what you're doing. I'm just taking a break. I've had enough of pouring all my energy into that soul space. But who's still sitting in his soul space? You're still filling it up. And what's he feeling? What's showing up in the world? 3 knives in the heart. So remember what our question was. Does the masculine feel it as much as the feminine do? I'm going to tell you resoundingly again, yes, they do. What have you got? What is the challenge? Look at this. The challenge is getting to work. And look, again, I say to you, when we get repeating messages, we've got the King of Pentacles showing up. That's the push from the universe for you, Divine Feminine, to get to your business of ascension. Get about the work that you need to do. And here, look, in the challenge, you've got the challenge to kickstart new passions, and he's got the challenge to show up as the King of Pentacles and do the work that's needed to be done. And I've got a funny feeling I drew this in a previous reading. Like, it just feels like it's a repeating message. The King of Pentacles is coming through relentlessly, and to have it in the challenge, he's really struggling to get about the work that's needed to be done. What have we got as advice? The advice from Spirit. Look at this. The Ace of Cups, a fresh new offer of love. So if Spirit is giving him advice, if the challenge that he's getting in his head, like in his soul space, is his Empress, and the advice from Spirit is to make a new offer of love, but his challenge is to actually make a move. Like the King of Pentacles is a, like it's a very practical energy. It's an action-based energy. It's not wishy-washy. It's the way we move through the world. So they're saying his challenge is to make a move. What's the advice? Make a new offer of love. Come on, Divine Masculine. We know you've got a little bit of work to do. We know you've run the gauntlet. We know that you're agitated by the universe. We know that that's hard. Divine Feminine's been through it too. It's not easy. It's not fun. But the job that you've got to do is to make this fresh new offer. Make a new start. Reach out. What have you got for me in the likely outcome? See? What do we got at the bottom of the deck? Let's have a look. Righto. A likely outcome. We'll look at those bottom of the deck cards in a sec. Again, if this offer come forward, and this is what I keep sort of rehashing with Divine Feminine, it's a message of hope, but it's a message of hold tight. And this might be why this Hangman is here. Because the Knight of Wands, he is about stepping forward. He is about taking action and, being inspired, being creative. But his energy is not to stick around. It's like it's an underdone offer. Look at this Page of Wands as you struggle, and the likely outcome is a Knight of Wands. So it's like, even if he came forward under these current energies without the work being done, it's not gonna stick. And that may be why you're having this hesitation in your soul space. It might even be why you feel like turning your back, because if you're getting communication, it's breadcrumbed or it's wishy-washy. That's, it's not this full offer that Spirit is advising that he should give. You know what I mean? Like it's not the full cup that really what you've been working towards. That's why the advice remains for you, Divine Feminine, to keep working on your ascension, because you are having an effect. Look, you are having an effect. You've got the Empress in the soul space, so you are having an effect. You are reaching them. You are pushing them onto the path, but still not ready. And I feel like now that I've seen sort of the rest of this reading, this feels to me like, if this communication comes in, perhaps it will be more 5D than it will be 3D, that you get it through that dream space. But even if it does come through in your real world, it might be a, hey, how you going? Versus a, I really want to talk this through and figure it out. It's still not quite that big energy that we're hoping for as an outcome. But let's have a look at the bottom of the deck and see what Spirit's trying to achieve with them. See, look, this stuff is what makes me smile. See this, look, the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. So yes, it is a divine connection, and I see people asking a lot, is this my twin flame? And if you've watched this far into the reading and you're asking for a level of confirmation that he knows that you're a twin, or that he knows that the process that he's going through is supposed to be leading him back to you somehow, look at this card. The Lovers, the Divine Lovers. It's there, and look, in tarot, in the major arcana, the divine lovers is not a process to be messed with. The divine is in it, up to their eyeballs. And look, in this one, the feminine is closer to the divine. They've already ascended. They're already receiving this blessing as close as they possibly can. And the masculine still has a little bit of work of ascension to do. What have we got here? Look, which way did it come out? That way. Look, 10 of Cups. So, I mean, the divine wants him to be happy. Look at this. All of your cups flowing over, divine masculine. Keep working on your ascension journey, because this is the push for you. All of your cups flowing over, and it comes with starting to make this one serious offer and not showing up as the Knight of Wands, which doesn't want to stick around. Then we've got the push from the universe to move forward, to take some big decisive action over the, really push this forward. And the Chariot comes as a card, it's connected to Cancer as well. So that's lovely that under this particular season that the divine is trying to communicate these messages. So what is this defensive energy? Look at this, all of this push from underneath saying, let's get you on track, let's get you on board. And still, we sit defensive going, no, it's too hard. I'm not quite ready to get there. My challenge is to actually step up and do the work. But the push is there. This push has way more strength than this energy. This is last throes of free will over the top of that. If he can overcome this push, that's massive, isn't it? Look at that sequence. The Lovers, the 10 of Cups, and the Chariot, all pushing them forward to take the advice of Spirit and make this offer to come forward. Get on board, do the work for ascension. This is what the push is, but they're still saying, I'm still a little defensive, and right now, if I showed up, I'm not going to stick around. So, divine feminine, you keep pushing ahead on your ascension. The more you ascend, the more they'll be pushed in their soul space. You're there. You're going to push them forward. Okay? Now, we're going to draw 3 quick Divine Love Oracle cards. And I'm going to draw one for Divine Feminine. And then I'm going to pass them over to you.
Yeah, I'll draw one for the masculine.
And then can you draw one for both of them together? There you go. Okay, Divine Feminine, look at this. I love this. This is one of my favorites. This card is I See You. So I'm going to say this is a message from me to you really directly, in that I've run this gauntlet too as a Divine Feminine, feeling like this connection was dead in the water, and I just needed to run off and live my life and try and put it behind me. And I just got really, really busy with ascension. That was my big focus, and all I cared about was me and my journey, and not letting anybody else dissuade me from what I had to do. I just went, maybe in another lifetime, maybe it wasn't meant to be. So I want to say to you, I see you. I know that your journey is special and unique, and that when I got down to business and I practiced ascension, guess what? He's back. We're together, and union is possible. And I see you, and I want to give you hope that twin flames are unique and they are rare, and the journey, like you feel like it makes you crazy at times, doesn't it? And that you feel like you're walking a path that's so foreign to everybody else around you, and you can't quite, I don't know, it feels like you just different to everybody else. So this is a card to say, yes, you are twin flames. Your path to ascension is unique. Everybody's special, and every soul is special. But the twin flame journey, we look after each other because we understand our particular path to ascension. So this is me saying that I see you, and I want to give you hope that if you keep pushing on your path, union is possible. So from me to you, what did you get for the masculine?
Surrender.
Ooh. See this? I really, really like this, because what we drew as the push from the universe was a very defensive energy, wasn't it? And I said to you, I can't imagine that anyone could resist this push, right? You're on a divine love journey. the divine wants to give you everything that you ever wanted, and then we've got this push of the chariot. What do we get? Yeah, no, I'm going to try and stand my ground and be really defensive about that. And so the message for Divine Masculine, if you're watching Divine Masculine, it's, I know surrender is tough, and that the lessons that get us to surrender hurt. There's pain that pushes us to the next level, and our question for Divine Masculine was really, are you going through it as much as Divine Feminine is? And the way these readings are coming about, I want to say yes, they are. And the way for the pain and the suffering to start to ease is really a surrender to the journey of ascension. I think we both echo that 1000%.
Yeah.
Is that the way out of the pain is to surrender to the process, and every day get up and fight for more consciousness, more mastery of the journey. And it almost happens, I want to say, look, the magician is it happens by magic. There's an alchemy that happens when the right vibration is met, and when you surrender to this path of divine consciousness, and this surrender process takes place, the running and the chasing and the hurt and the pain and managing egos and all the frustration, it just dies away. So the push from our oath is to see the masculine and surrender. So did you draw one for the connection?
Yes.
What did you get?
Helping hand.
Helping hand. This is beautiful as a final message for this reading, helping hand. So, it is from people like us, reaching back, giving a message of hope, but it's also from leaning on the collective. That's another way that you can get some support on this journey when you're feeling it at the worst. But also the other big message of this is you have guides and angels, you have ancestors, you have soul tribes, all on the other side of the veil. Most of the time they're sitting there waiting for you to put them into action, to start to give them more clues. And this is the purpose. You've had the advice of the High Priestess come through, Divine Feminine. And this is for you too, masculines. It's for everybody. She is the gatekeeper of the realm above and the realm below, and how they talk together about how about to unlock the mysteries. And if you are able to embrace this journey of ascension more and set your spiritual army into action, ask them for their help, ask them for their support, ask them for their guidance, ask them to take advantage of the current universal energies to bring you more clarity and more insight into what you're doing in moving forward. So as a final message for this reading, like helping hand, it really is to, while you're going through this particularly difficult time, don't be afraid to reach out. We would love to hear from you if you want to reach out to us personally. We're on Facebook and Instagram, and we like to chat on some of the groups that we're involved in, or reach out here on YouTube. We'd love to talk to you if you need a little bit of extra help, and anything that we know so far, we'd love to be able to offer as support. That said, if you've listened so far, thank you so much. If you like the way we deliver information and you'd like to do the like, share, subscribe thing for us on YouTube, we'd really appreciate it. And until next time, I think that's it from us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care of you, and bye for now.